Good afternoon, Summerdale Park, and welcome to the April 21st rendition of 5 Minutes with Ford. I hope everyone enjoyed their spring break. It is very hard to believe we are already approaching the last week in April. Unbelievable. Time is flying by and we are getting close to the home stretch. This past week, students returned to the park and enjoyed an action-packed assembly on Tuesday. The assembly began with our K-2 classes who were visited by a spirit-filled koala bear all the way from Australia. The koala bear went by the name of Jubilee. Jubilee had our Sea Wingers fired up. They were singing and dancing, and Jubilee's main message was to promote and inspire self-confidence while empowering our young Cavaliers to create positive change within their immediate environments. Quick fact, did you know koala bears sleep 23 hours a day, and during the hour that they are awake, they eat eucalyptus leaves? What a life. Big thanks to Jubilee for foregoing his lunch and using his hour of awakening on our primary Cavaliers. He must be exhausted. Happy trip and safe travels back to the continent of Australia. Students in grades 3 through 5 and 6 through 8 received separate events with the Dream Catchers. This team building event also provided empowerment and mentorship. Students learned about perseverance, making good decisions, being positive, and overcoming obstacles. An anonymous person dropped an incorrectly sized t-shirt on my desk that I ended up passing along to one of my little ones at home to serve as a perfect pajama shirt. Perfect, right? Dream catchers. See what I did there? It was certainly a good event to help kickstart the home stretch and get our students thinking about coming back to the park as young leaders to begin the 23-24 school year. Our boys baseball team had 2 games this week. They suffered a tough road loss to the Clayton Clippers. I like that name, Clayton Clippers. But bounced back with a huge 17-2 mauling of the Spartans from Gibbsboro. 7th grader Brendan Fidgen pitched a strong game, and Brandon Roman was raking that day with a double and a home run to contribute to the 17-run total. Next week, the Eisenhower Dragons and the Pine Hill Rams slide into the crosshairs for our boys baseball team. Good luck, boys. Girls softball will be playing at home on Monday against the Belmar Lady Owls. If you are free, come out and support our softball Cavaliers. Coach Euler and Coach Fines are beginning to lay the foundation for what is called in sports a program. They are putting in the time and effort to build culture and pride, and our girls are surely responding. You have to love the new stroller, too, that Coach Euler picked up to help himself transport gear to and from the far corner of Ward Field. Our 5th graders will be taking a trip to Lincoln Financial Field and Citizens Bank Park next week. They will get to see the broadcast booths, interview rooms, locker rooms, and even get to take a step out onto the field. This will be a first trip to the stadium for some of our students, and it is sure to make for a memorable day for all. Thanks to all-star teachers Mr. Santilli and Mrs. Mariletti for coordinating this trip. The Commander Humphreys, that is, from Sterling, will bring his cadets over to the park to visit our 8th graders during their PE classes on Tuesday. The cadets will run an ROTC PE class, as well as introduce students to the color guard. Thank you to Sterling and Commander Humphreys, as well as our PE teachers, for partnering up and coordinating this event for our 8th graders. Surely they will experience some of what the ROTC and the color guard have to offer, and that will give them something to look forward to when they make their way over to the castle next year. Our world language teachers, Mrs. Cesarski and Mrs. Wells, will also be connecting with Sterling, as our 8th graders will test to determine who will continue on to Spanish 1 and who will continue on to Spanish 2 at the castle next fall. And next Friday night, April the 28th, is certainly a date to circle on your calendar, as our PTA will be hosting a dance for students in grades kindergarten through 5th. The dance will be held in the one and only Summerdale Park School cafeteria, and the theme is as follows: dance in a wonderland and enjoy a Mad Hatter Tea Party. Like I said, an event definitely worth circling on your calendar. Again, that's April the 28th. Please remember that this is not a drop-off event, and all students must be accompanied by a guardian. Admission is $5 per person, which includes food and drinks. Hope to see everyone there. Mrs. Horietis and Mr. Terry and Mrs. Barbera are all working hard and together to prepare for the spring concert / art show, which will take place the first week in May. The two departments have teamed up to try something new this year by offering the events on the same evening. Attendees will enjoy viewing student artwork throughout the hallways before entering the concert, where they will get to hear some of the best musicians that Summerdale has to offer. For those reaching for their calendar, it's May the 2nd for the elementary show and May the 3rd for our middle school. Hold on just a second. I dropped my microphone. Okay. Let me regain my train of thought. I think we were about to talk about my third marking period Renaissance. Third marking period Renaissance event is approaching soon. It is slated for Thursday, May the 25th. And that will be a carnival, so save the date for that. Again, May the 25th. Our Renaissance program is a positive behavior incentive program designed to recognize student achievement in a positive way in the areas of punctuality, conduct, and performance, with attendance, discipline referrals, and grades being the qualifying criteria. Another reminder to parents, we have a revised calendar for the remainder of the school year. Please note that Friday, May the 26th, is no longer a half-day early dismissal day. In fact, school will be closed entirely on that Friday, May the 26th. School, as originally planned and originally scheduled, will be closed Monday, May the 29th, to recognize Memorial Day, and school will remain closed on Tuesday, May the 30th. The Friday and Tuesday closures are new to the calendar as of the approval at the April Board of Education meeting. Lastly, next week, our students will be taking the spring MAP test. The MAP test is an assessment platform used to measure student growth and diagnose areas in need of improvement. This quantitative data collection method enables our teachers to differentiate instruction to meet the needs of each of our students. The data is then used to drive instruction in the areas of unit and lesson design, student groupings, and the development of customized individual learning plans intended to meet each and every one of our young scholars where they are. Student data plays a large role in moving the needle when it comes to student achievement. And moving forward at the park, we are committed to placing a large emphasis on data analysis and interpreting instructional data for the purpose of closing learning gaps and pushing our students to reach each of their maximum learning capabilities. Post-COVID, data is more important to educators than ever before, and at the park, we have full intentions of taking advantage of the resources that produce numbers to tell stories so that we can equip our teachers with what they need to give our students what they need. Well, Cavs, it's great to be back. Let's try to keep up the great work and finish strong these next couple months. Come to school on time. Get your work completed. Make good choices and enjoy all the fun activities that are planned for the last remaining months of the school year. I hope everyone has an enjoyable, relaxing, and restful weekend, as the temperatures are supposed to be in the 80s and hopefully the rain will stay away. Well, we'll see you all next week, Cavs. Happy Friday, and as always, go Cavs.